with the call. But it's going both ways right now. Turnover happy here. Both ball clubs have just continued to turn it over. And as a player, you need to adjust to what it is the officials are focusing on. And right now, neither ball club has done that.
There's an unforced turnover. Turnover number 14 for Hawaii. 5-point game in Vancouver. 15:59 to play. Fans stop by Papa Murphy's on Gonzaga game days with a slam dunk deal. Get a large 3-topping pizza for only $9. Papa Murphy's take and bake pizza. Handmade in our kitchen, home baked in your oven. Shaquille Stokes for Hawaii. Big first half, 9 points. Hawaii's just trailing Gonzaga by just 5 points, gentlemen.
Well, Gonzaga has taken away the primary scorer for Hawaii and Zane Johnson, and Shaquille Stokes coming out of New York City. It's going to take him a little bit of time from being the player of the year in high school last year to a freshman that can contribute. But he's had a great first half. He's been aggressive. He's hit big shots. Gonzaga has to really try to limit him in the second half from doing what he did in the first half.
What you don't see on those highlights is his ability to break down your defense. He gets by guys consistently with that quickness, and as a result, you got to help up defensively, and that opens up other opportunities for the guys.
He's put foul pressure on Gonzaga, and Gonzaga's done a good job of not fouling him and putting him to the line.
Pangos, Lee for Dower. Boy, there's some basketball IQ in that play.
I really like that play for both of those guys. That's one of the first times I've really seen Sam set a great pick and roll, pick in space, get to an open area. Kevin made that big commit to him defensively, delivered a great pass through the slot.
Johnson to Wiseman, and a chance for 3. Sam Dower picks up the personal foul. That's his second, team's first this half. Trevor Wiseman, 19 points, 16 rebounds in their opening game against Cal State Northridge. And in this game, he's taken 1 shot. He's got 1 rebound.
He only played 7 minutes in the first half, largely due to the fact that he got 2 quick personal fouls. But he's a versatile player. He'll take a defensive rebound and look to push it up the floor himself. He's a guy that we were interested in seeing how he'd match up with Elias, but due to that foul trouble, we really didn't get a chance to see. Maybe here in the second half, we'll see how those two guys go at it.
Well, he's listed at 6'7", standing next to Elias. He's nowhere near 6'7". There's Pangos.
And that's what that, the previous possession, that ball screen with Sam, the same 2 guys. Kevin was able to draw the defense, kick it out to Sam. On that possession, both guys went with Sam. That leaves Kevin open. That's why that pick and roll is such an effective weapon on the offensive end. And when you have a guy like Kevin who can make plays, make decisions early on in his career, something you don't see very often, that's a real advantage.
Look at Bell hounding Johnson.
Read the situation. Kevin did it perfectly both possessions.
And look at that play by Pangos. The block, the save, but unable to get it to a teammate.
Great closeout right there by Harris. Closed out, hands high, did not let him get by him on the dribble either.
Hawaii a bit out of sorts now on offense. There's Miles driving, stops at the free throw line, in and out. Wiseman crashing the board, blocked by Harris.
That's what he does. It's a tough matchup for a big. Guarding a guy out there on the wing, when a shot goes up, you're used to having a guy, relatively close to where you're at. You turn and find him. But when a guy's flying in from that 3-point line, it can be difficult to block out.
Gary Bell doing a great job on Johnson. Lost him there. As I say it, he lost him.
And that's where he's expanded his game. Last year, strictly a catch-and-shoot guy, and now he's got a little more handle. It's not his strength. Dan's talked about that a couple times there in the first half, but he's still much more effective doing that this season than he was last year.
It was a great bucket, but it was good defense.
Yeah.
Great offense always beats great defense.
Harris missing the jump hook. It'll be Hawaii basketball. The Warriors on a 6-0 run. They trail by 3.
Just hanging around, and this is a ball club. They have good depth, about 8 deep. 2-footers essentially inside, and good quickness with Stokes at the point guard spot. They're sticking around.
There's a turnover. Pangos up the floor. Carter, as Bell fell hard. Knocked down Carter. Both players slow to get up. Carter limping a bit.
It's been interesting in the second half. Gonzaga's gone with 3 small guards pretty much the whole way out with Carter, Pangos, and Bell. I think kind of forced foreshadowing a lot of what Coach Few may do this year. Yes, your strength is in the front line with Harris and Sacre, but you've got guards that can contribute.
You see that replay. Yeah. That looks like a nasty fall for Carter. Glad to see he's up and about now.
And down very awkwardly on that left knee. Dower posting up. Pangos got the baseline. Out to Bell. 3-ball. Good. Gary Bell Jr.
Just the vision. Kevin drives on that right side of the floor.
And Stokes right back at the other end. 3-point game.
There we go. 2 different point guards right there. Kevin,
what you can do, I can do better.
Kevin creating something for a teammate. Shaquille Stokes creating for himself.
And back to that last possession, you see another ball screen here. Just Kevin's ability to see the entire floor is able to pass the guys that most other players aren't looking for.
12 on the shot clock as Bell Jr. works to the baseline. Dower working on Wiseman, falling away, missed the shot. Rebounded Joaquin. Dower's almost 7 feet. Wiseman 6'7". He didn't need to fall away, did he?
Not a great look. He's forcing things a bit, trying to get himself going. Be aggressive, but make sure you're smart with that. That right there, that's just not a good look from Sam. Fading away over his right shoulder.
Foul called on Carter, his second, team second this half.
One of the things with Sam is he's got a load of potential. I don't think physically he's where he needs to be to reach that potential just yet, but at the same time, he's a sophomore. He's going to continue to get stronger, work on his balance, work on his skill level. So the sky is the limit for Sam.
Stokes somehow got through that.
It's that New York City craftiness from the point guard position. Split that pick and roll, get into the paint, create some problems.
Foul called on David Stockton. That's his second, team's third. And this puts Shaquille Stokes at the free throw line. The freshman out of Harlem, New York, 5'10", 175.
It's interesting to see how the New York City Player of the Year made it all the way out to University of Hawaii. You would think a player like that going to have some Big East schools after him, and maybe he did. Maybe he just wanted to completely get away from the bright lights of New York and get to the beach.
We've all been to Hawaii. I'm assuming you guys have. That sun and sand.
It's hard to say no once you're there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure for Hawaii, just getting a kid on the island is a big deal. Because once you get around that weather and that climate, it's hard to go away from that.
It is. You've got to have a special staff to be able to recruit kids
what a
to
shot
Hawaii
by Bell.
And you've got to find the right kids that want to go to Hawaii, because I think most 18, 19-year-old kids get to the beach, they're going to stay at the beach. They're not going to be in the gym.
Bell Jr. now leading Gonzaga in scoring as Stokes throws it away. Bell with 12 points, 4 of 8 shooting, 4 of 6 from behind 3. And he hits one here. Gonzaga leading it by 4. 11:38 to play. I enjoy a good Subway sandwich now and then.
Do you have one that you prefer over another? Or?
You know, I'm a big meatball sandwich guy. I love their meatball sub. That is some good eating there.
Do you get Subway for free now that you're pubbing them a little bit?
Boy, I hope so.
Are there perks of the job besides just the courtside seat?
I haven't seen any yet in like 11 years, but hopefully they're coming still. Sacre with the left hand, ladies and gentlemen.
And he can do that. We haven't seen him much this year. He's been fouled so much. You know, I think if he can be, on his catches, he gets doubled so much. Try to pass off that double team, and then just a one dribble move, go to work, and you saw right there.
Timeout, Hawaii. Gib Arnold not liking what he was seeing from his team. Time now to announce our Subway sub of the game. Hey, Subway fans, make sure to visit your local Subway restaurant today to try one of our Subway melts like the Big Philly or the Steak and Bacon melt. Only at Subway, proud sponsors of the Zags. Tonight's sub is Mr. Gary Bell Jr. 4 of 8 shooting, 4 of 6 from behind the line, 12 points. He's leading Gonzaga in scoring. He's a freshman.
Starting to get comfortable out there.
He is, isn't he?
He's looking much, much better than he did first game of the season against Eastern Washington. You see the potential that he has and why the Gonzaga staff is so excited about him.
Ball knocked away. Pangos and Wiseman were after it.
David got a hand on that basketball, able to strip it from behind. Wiseman had no idea he was there. Heads up play,
and Wiseman just picked up his 4th personal foul with him. I'm sorry, his 3rd personal foul.
Again, David Stockton being a pest defensively.
Yeah.
Not the most physically intimidating player by any stretch, but he gets his hands on a lot of balls, creates havoc.
And I don't think the fact that he didn't touch the floor very much against WSU is indicative of the minutes he's going to get this year. You got a guy in Pangos who's making 9 threes. You're probably not going to play all that much, but he's going to have a role all year.
Completely agree. David is going to be a big part of this team this year and how much success they have.
That shot off by Bell. And here's Joaquin trying to move Zachary again. Rob just sticking that chest out. And Joaquin ends up falling away with one hand. Dower with the rebound.
That was a great job taking the scouting report, knowing that he wants to go over his left shoulder.
And how about that seal? Zachary was literally under the basket when he set up Karen.
Great job running the floor by the big fellow. Richard Fox, could you do that in your day?
Every 10th or 11th trip down the floor, I could give you that.
Well, that was
consistently
textbook. Great job running the floor, stealing your man right under the basket. Guard delivered it. Great job.
I was a trailing guy. I trailed the play. You're never getting out ahead.
It's a double trail when you're in the game.
Bell limping. And we've got a foul called on Wiseman. So he picks up his 4th personal foul. He's got to come out of the game now. And he'll be replaced by Justin Thomas.
He got called for the move and screen away from the ball. He just hasn't been able to get things going. We talked about it. His effort against Cal State Northridge, I believe 19 points and 16 rebounds. Just unable to get anything going tonight due to those fouls. Only 3 points and only taking 3 shots tonight with 5 rebounds.
This is an important stretch of the game, too, for Gonzaga. They've got it up to 8. They're starting to get them in foul trouble. Let's see if they can push this lead out a little bit more.
Yeah, Wiseman has 4 personal fouls. As a team now, they have 5 this half. That shot off. Johnson with the rebound. And here's Stokes driving right to the rim and a chance for 3. Foul called on Pangos.
And you see how much more effective Stokes is in transition. He's had a fine game in the half court as well, but that's about the 3rd time we've seen him in transition. As we take a look at the highlight, just blows right by David, and Kevin too late coming over. You get that kid in the open floor, he is a handful. Can stop, knock down a quick jump shot, or get himself all the way to the rim.
It's a great move, great finish, great body control at the rim.
Stokes now with 17 points. He leads all scorers. 6 of 13 from the field, 3 of 3 from the line. And we've got a 5-point game with 9:21 to play. Gonzaga ranked, Hawaii not, and the Warriors just hanging around in this game. Stockton with the edge. Left hand, good.
Looked a little bit like John out there.
Stokes, quick 3. That one's well short. And now Pangos to Carter. Can he finish? He's fouled, and a chance for 3.
Much better job in transition that time from Marquise Carter as compared to his opportunity in the first half where he kind of slowed up. That time he aggressively attacked the basket, knew the foul was coming, went up, finished it. Great job.
And if you're Hawaii, Stokes comes out of the ball game, you got to sit him down and say, hey, we're in this game. That is not a good look for us with 27 seconds left on the shot clock, shooting a contested fall-away 3. That's as good as a turnover if you miss that off those long rebounds. The team was able to get out on the break. Just not good clock management, and you see that a freshman making a freshman mistake.
Carter into double figures now. Nice finish. And number 5, Justin Thomas.
Heck of a split on the pick and roll there from Bobby Miles.
Stockton working on Miles. Harris getting ready to check back in for GU. Pangos has the ball knocked away by Garrett Jefferson. Possession stays with GU. 21 on the shot clock. Harris in, Dower out. Carter to inbound. Here's Pangos. Splits the defenders. Harris was wide open in there in the middle. We haven't seen him throw it to the rim